Hello guys, this is DC Trader for another market update, and today is November 27, 2020, and this is the I think the Black Market Friday, or the big sale in the US. And actually, although today there's no market in the US right now, although it's a holiday. So we're not going to discuss any US market, but today we're going to go directly to the Philippine stock market, or the PSEI. And today, if you take a look at it this week, we got all red days, guys. And it's breaking the low since 5 days, and then it is down, down, down. So that is but overall, that's okay. So before we begin in discussing this, let us do a flashback. Then go back down, hoping that it will catch it around this area, 6,862. If it does not catch it, guys, then let's take a look at here. Where is its next area of interest? The gap. I would say this could be the next area of interest, hoping around 6,700 if it would support it. And if you take a look at this, guys, this has been 4 days breaking the lows. So this week is really not, for me, an exciting week, guys. It is a week. But that's okay. That's okay. There are days that are like that too. Remember these days? This week, down, 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 and how many up days you have. So I think we're already been blessed by our markets for giving us.
End of flashback.
Go back to the main screen, and basically yesterday I was thinking, all right, and I didn't, the market didn't reach this particular area, or even this particular area. What happened was the market closed here. It actually opened lower. It went near its closing price, which actually makes this a bull micro, and now it's trying to do a bear micro, but has not retested 6,800. And this 6,800, guys, is basically this top area, this area that I was thinking, okay, the beginning of the gap, another area of interest, although it did not reach 6,700, but it reached on the top, which is the beginning of this area here. So which means that there were buyers here who bought it. Now there's buyers here who bought it. Now there's two things there. It's either buyers in this particular area are buying more, or basically they're getting out of break even. Now, basing on the look of this, I feel on Monday I would do this line. It's either if this one particular stock will go up here and up straight here around above 6,860 directly, then this is a bull micro, but could be a very short one. So I want to take a look at what happens when it reaches 6,900. That's what I feel. So that's why I'm marking these two areas on Monday. If it touches here and continues to go up, then that is good. But what if it breaks down a bit and maybe reaches 6,700, which also coincides to the bottom of the channel, this area here, and if it goes up, let's see what happens when it reaches 6,800. Those are the two areas that I'm going to take a look at this particular market. And the next market that we're going to be discussing is AC Energy. Now for AC Energy, guys, let's do another flashback. Interest, but could not retest it again. It retest the low. So this means this is a continuation to this bear micro. Now tomorrow, The only thing I'll be taking a look at more, guys, is these two areas, 585 and 629. Basically, these two areas. So my guess is, if tomorrow we go up here, break this area here, or even touch this area, come back, do it again, this might be a bull micro. But other than that, it could just go up a bit, then continue down. And this would also continue down. That's about this for this particular stock. So let's hope.
End of flashback.
Guys, and basically what happened was, okay, let's make this one bigger, guys. So I actually pointed these two areas. And what happened today is, it actually opened here, closed the minor closing gap, and actually formed this kind of trend line, and it went all the way to 629, and it even tried to break out, and right now it's closing back into 624. So my guess on Monday is basically I'm still taking a look at this particular area, guys, right? This particular area, because this one, right, if on Monday it goes down, goes up but can't go higher than 639 and goes back down again, then you know that is a bear micro. And if that is a bear micro, then that could mean that this long reset, this is the first entry to the long, it may want to go down. So this area is, I'm really concerned more on what happens if it breaks 6 pesos, guys. 6 pesos basically is around here. So on Monday, the areas that I'm gonna be looking at is 6 pesos and 639. If it goes above there, then for sure it may want to close this gap here and continue to go up. Now that is what we love. But other than that, this could also mean it could go here, go touch 6 pesos, or even go down here. Then you know this is a bear micro. Other than that, today is a bull micro, clear and simple. The next stock that we're going to be discussing is Ali. Now for Ali, guys, take a look at Ali. The way I see Ali, right, is, okay, we were discussing yesterday around these two areas, and behold, today it touches this area, went up, it even retests again, right, but did not retest even higher. So this means that I could not consider this a true bull micro. And what happens is it has a continuation to the downside and even pushes even lower, right? And then it end up higher. So the way I would see it on Monday is I will make this one a little bigger. Now prices, if it goes below here and continue from this area here, then this could be a continuation of a bear micro since this zone, right? Because we can also do this, guys. That's what I would feel, guys. So my guess is we need to go above 38. Now, where is that on Ali? Also, we also take a look at this particular area before, 3690, which actually I think this area here. And today it's really retesting this 3690. Yep. And if we take a look at that, why did that go up there? Two things. You know, these were this particular area where we found buyers, see? Buyers again. Now buyers are going up here again, right? And you know sellers are in this area too. So let's see what happens on Monday. If it stays above here, guys, we'll go up and go back down and go back up again, retest the highs, then you know it has a better chance to go up and above. And we know when we are above 38.32 or 38.29, this is a good sign because this is the June high. So we need to really stay above this area, guys, to go back to the high, because our real target is, I think it's around 44 for this particular stock. But anyway, those are the key areas, this area and this area. Other than that, that's it. And for BDO, guys, remember what I told you in BDO. It's one or the other. And if you take a look at it, guys, today, let's make this one bigger. Remember these past few days? Okay, I was telling you guys, it's either this or this. Now, I feel that this is more of a bear continuation. And today, Lord and behold, it's going down. Not so good. So now from here, guys, okay, it went down to 103, right? Now, does that mean that it's gonna still go down? Not necessarily, because the way I would do it is I would do this. I would do a trend line, right? Now, the only way, if there's any continuation here, because sometimes, guys, it could just go down a bit, then go back up and make another bull micro to the upside, right? So, but I would love for BDO to stay above 104. If they stay above 104 and it's trying to make a bull micro channel, then we could be eyeing up to go back up. If not, then this could maybe continue to go down and maybe reach around 100 or 99, which coincides also to this trend line. Now, as you can also see, if we go back to Ali, guys, nearing the trend line, nearing this moving average. If you also see AC energy, we're still far, right? But if you take a look at BDO, I feel that, okay, if this goes down, guys, I feel that this may be around near this particular area if it goes down. But other than that, I feel there is still a bear micro. This hasn't changed yet. The next stock that we're going to be discussing is Converge. Now for Converge, guys, before we do that, let's do a
Flashback.
Today I forgot to put an order, but take a look at that. It just reached today. Now the thing about this is that, okay, take a look at that. Bear, bull, and today I was still thinking about this strong area of concern, and today it's just open, hits its head, go back down, could not even retest 1629. So that does mean that if it cannot retest 1629, it goes to the nearest support. Now for this particular stock, right, if this cannot hold, guys, then this might fall even further. And the way I see it, okay, where is its next support? I would really think around 15. Maybe around this area. I would really think about 1520, which also makes sense. Take a look at this, guys. Continuation. Take a look at that. See that area? Another area. So around 1520, 1530, and it also makes sense. So I would wait for this stock to take a look at it. Now tomorrow it could go up, but the most important thing is, does it retest it again, the high? Because sometimes it could just go up, and go back down. And then if you take a look at this guy, all right, first
End of flashback.
Guys, let's go back. So what happened today was on Converge, it actually opened, continued to go down, bear micro, and at the end, it didn't even do any bull micro and it jumped up there. It closes around exactly at 1590, guys. So I would say on Monday, I may want to take a look at these two areas of concern. If we stay above at 1560, guys, then that could be a good sign for us for this particular market. Or, but my guess is, okay, actually we're already almost, my guess here was around 520, but we actually reached as low as almost 1530, around that area. So the way I would see it, on Monday, this could also open here and go back down. But what I want to see is open here, go down a bit and go back up, retest the highs, again open down, retest upon the highs, like this guy. That's what I feel. For this market to really do something, it should do this, and go up again. That's much better. Other than that, this could also open, but if it does not retest this high, then this is a continuation to this bear micro. But other than that, I feel this stock for Converge, we may want to take a look at this one. It may. But if this goes up on Monday, directly stay above this particular area, guys, we need to take a look at it. It has to retest higher highs. It goes above its previous high. Now that is a good sign, right? But other than that, all right, so I actually have these two areas. If it goes above here, more to the bullish side. If it goes below here, more to the bearish side. And with inside here, it's the range. That's what I feel. The next stock that we're going to be discussing is BDO. Now for BDO, guys, basically for BDO, we actually are still in these two range, right? Now, as you can see here, sometimes this can stay on an inside candle for quite a while. Remember on BDO, how many days? Let's go back to BDO. See about that. 1, 2, 3, and the fourth day, it's either one or the other, and it did the other, right? Now for BDO, guys, my guess is, okay, this could be a third day. So Monday, if it goes above here, this is a bull micro. If it goes here, it's a continuation to the bear micro, right? But other than that, it's still too early to say, because I have seen some stocks almost reach the high of this and fall back down to the low. Now, although not often, but yeah, it does happen. Now let's take a look at FGEN, guys. Take a look at FGEN. For FGEN, guys, you take a look at this. You see, sometimes I feel that if you take a look at the dailies, right? Oh, this looks good, right? The dailies look so cool. But if you take a look at how the price action, right, of this particular market, remember this particular area, it retests this area. So this could be a bear micro. And on this one, guys, take a look at this one, guys. It opened but could not retest the highs until the closing, right? So I feel I'm still iffy regarding this stock. Although it looks good there, like it's breaking out, right? And this could be a going to the upside. But the way I would see it on Monday, it has to go down like this. I would like it to go down. After that, go higher and do this. Retest it twice. And that means for that particular thing that you did, you went down, you went up, you went higher. This is a bull micro, and that also coincides that this would go higher and higher, even to reach above 2950 or 20 something 60, right? 2960 or something, right? So that's what I feel for this particular market. This particular market has to have higher highs. That's what I feel for this market. So the next particular stock, but other than that, it's still iffy. I'm not so sure, because sometimes this close here and open, it could just go up a little bit and go back down and retest the downside. So that's not so good for this particular stock. But otherwise, it looks to be going higher highs. The next stock that we're going to be discussing, aside from FGEN, would be HLCM. Now for HLCM, guys, let's do a little flashback.
Flashback.
Sellers were there once and could not exit, so maybe there's still sellers around 610 who wants to get out, right? That is for this particular stock, guys. And then the next particular stock that we're gonna be discussing, hold, it may go to 610. New bull micro. But if we continue to go up, could not even retest or even retest this zone and goes back down, cannot retest it again, then you know it will go back to 650. And if this does not hold, it may go to 610 around this particular area, which sellers were there once and could not exit, so maybe there's still sellers around 610 who wants to get out, right? That is for this particular stock, guys. And then the next
End of flashback.
guys, so what happened was, okay, now this is what I mean, guys. All right, you know, yesterday we were discussing this zone here. And then if you make that one a little bigger, it had a continuation to the downside, but actually just reached lower than 650, guys, and it jumped up higher. And this was another area that I was looking at. And basically, it stays above there. So now you know it's forming a bull micro. That's why it went like there. And it even break this particular zone, angle of zone, right? So on Monday, I feel this stock may have a chance to go higher highs, as long as it does not create another bear micro. Now, if this goes a little bit higher, then this could be a first entry to the long, right? Now, does that mean that it could go directly to another new high? It can. It all depends on the traders, but for this area now, you feel that, okay, the only way we're gonna find out is that we actually overrun these sellers around this area, right? If we overrun these particular sellers here, then we might not come back here for quite a while. But if we came back here again, then you know there are still some sellers left behind here, right? That's why they wanted to go down. Other than that, if everybody wants this to go up, then that's great. So the next particular stock that we're going to be discussing is JFC. Now for JFC, guys, this is what I mean sometimes, guys. Take a look at this. So I think on the other time we did this. Then what happened is, yesterday it went up, could not retest this 194, dropped lower than actually around this area, and today basically the following day it dropped even lower, right? And so this one right now, this is a bull micro. But the problem with this bull micro, right, it did not went higher than this area there where sellers were there. So which means that there are sellers here, there are sellers here, and these sellers are eyeing again to retest where the buyers were, 180, 850, around that area. So I would say on Monday, this is what I would take a look at. Right. So if this goes back down, then I may be taking a look at this area, what happens to this area with this channel, but mostly I would say it could still go back down because I'm eyeing for Jollibee to go back to 180 because it makes sense to 180 around this particular zone, guys. It feels good, right? But other than that, I think this stock, the only way this stock can have changes to it is stays above 194 and continues to go up. That is a much better. Other than that, I feel this stock is going to be a range, and you know this is a second entry. It almost break that high there, but you know sellers are just pushing back in. So I would say Monday they may want to go back down to 188. I'm not so sure if this will hold this particular area, the moving average. If it doesn't hold, then you know it's eyeing for 178. That's the feeling for this particular market. The next stock that we're going to be discussing is MBT. Now for MBT, guys, it was the first stock that actually, remember these two areas? Then yesterday, it opened and dropped lower. And today, although it did try to go up a bit, but I will take a look at what happens if it goes back to 47.27. If it goes above there, but today, although it closes around 47.95, but I'm not still convinced of this market, because what I want on Monday, guys, this might want to go back a bit, but I like this market to making higher highs, pushing again, going down, pushing again. That's what I feel. That's much better looking on Monday, right? Because I'm not so sure suddenly, because this could close here and open back down because there's still a lot of orders down here. That's what I feel for this particular market. And the next market that we're gonna be discussing is MM. Now for MM, actually I prepared a small flashback.
Flashback.
It went down. See, this is what I'm telling you guys. It opened up, but it wasn't able to retest back to 624. But it broke down 580. So you know this is a part of this particular down area. So for this particular market, we really have 2 days of straight bear micro. And you know sometimes, like for what do you call this, for MBT, you know there could be straight days of continuation to one side of the micro channels, right? So but for this one, there's a continuation to the downside. Now tomorrow again, I'll be looking at which area, 6 pesos, and also this particular area of 560. Let's see if who will prevail, right? But for me, if this won't hold, then if it goes down again, then you know it could go as low as near 530, this particular area, or even a bit lower, 520, which also coincides to this particular angle of the channel, right? If there's a pullback. Now, it does not mean that I'm all negative here, guys, but the only way this can be a positive, guys, if it goes up, goes back down, and goes back up again, then there is a new bull micro. But other than that, let's
End of flashback.
go back here. And if you take a look at this guy, okay, we were discussing about a down day, and then today what happened was it actually reached almost 6, went back down, the one that we told you guys, touches this angle and go back up. Now let's make this one bigger. This is what I like to see, guys. Take a look at that. See, it tried to go down, could not even retest this zone here. So that is buyers in there, and it went back up. It tried to go retest the highs. Although it did not break higher, but that means that it's trying to go higher. So for me, this is a bull micro, and it did reach around 6. I was hoping higher than 6, but that's the only thing it can do. All right, but other than that, I feel on Monday, if there's a continuation to this particular area, it's gonna go up higher, and until I don't know what's its reaction on 623, right? It may be following this particular trend line, which makes sense, right? Around this particular area, around that area. So let's see what happens to this particular stock if this particular stock follow this particular trend line, right? That is for this particular stock. The next stock that we're gonna be discussing is PGOLD. Now for PGOLD, guys, really, this one we really need to discuss on its flashback.
Flashback.
And suddenly it ended there at 42.95. So that is a little iffy, right? And you know it wasn't able to break 41.94. So my guess right now, I'm still gonna take a look at this area, 41.94 and 45.15. Inside there, I may not be so interested, right? But I hope tomorrow we can stay above 42.70. That's for one good reason. If it's 42.70, guys, then you know this has a chance to go up to 45, 44.15. But other than that, if this tomorrow just goes straight back down without retesting it back, then you know this is still part of this down move, right? But other than that, it's a wait and see for PureGold. And the next particular stock that we're gonna be discussing.
End of flashback.
Let's go back to the main screen, and this is what I said. All right, remember, guys, suddenly there wasn't any higher highs. It just closed there directly. And today what happened? It went straight back down to where the support was. Now, although it also closes around 42.90, 42.50, that is not so good for PureGold, guys. I don't know where's PureGold going. But if this goes lower than 42, guys, then you know this looks like another channel to the downside here, and this does not look so pretty. I was actually excited already. I was going up, right? And it touches this particular moving average, the 21, went back down. That is not so nice, PureGold, right? So let's see what happens if there's any changes to pure gold. But other than that, although there's one good thing about pure gold, it is not lower than 41.95. As long as it can stay above 41.95, we have a chance to hit 44.50. That's it. But for me, it's getting to be dimmer and dimmer every day for pure gold. And the next particular stock that we're going to be discussing is SECB. Now for SECB, guys, really, this is still hanging in there, guys. It did not break 11704, and you know it is still here. So basically for this one, guys, we have to hold on. Remember that MBT hit one or the other. It hit down. BDO, it hit down, and now it's a little bit lower. But for SECB, guys, it is even ending up higher. So I find it's still iffy here. I have to see what happens on Monday, because it's either one or the other, guys. That's it, really. Right? And my feeling, that's why if you look at this, guys, you'll be so excited, right? But in reality, you're not so sure. But this is a little bit better than pure gold. You know why, guys? It went down, it went up, it tried to retest up, and then it tried to go down but could not retest 117, 118. So on Monday, really, I feel this is the one that we need to see. If it can stay above 120, it has a chance to go back up 125, but it has to stay all the time here, and it has to break higher and higher and higher though. Because if it breaks up one high, yes, this is a bull, but suddenly goes down, then now this is where sellers are gonna go back in. Take a look at this, sellers. So this is still a seller's country in this area here. Although it closed higher, but we'll see on Monday. The next stock that we're gonna be discussing is tech, guys. Now for tech, it will be our last flashback of the day.
Flashback.
Tomorrow, Black Friday. I hope you guys can buy some sales in the US. But other than that, take care and enjoy. You have to maintain and stay above this particular angle, really, to become more, to the upside. But other than that, I feel the market may have another down day tomorrow, but I'm not 100% sure. This one, take a look at this. First entry, second entry. So this around 620 is important, guys. You gotta go stay above 620 here. Other than that, you may want to go back down to 6. Right? But other than that, let's see tomorrow. So again, guys, thank you very much for your time, and I hope this
End of flashback.
go back to the main screen. And basically I actually marked these two areas, and if you can see there, it went down, right? It tried to go down, but if you make this one bigger, guys, it could not even go lower than 640. And it's the next target is here. It boosts up, it went even higher here. Now it tried to go down, so you're gonna mark this particular zone here. Did it try to retest? Yes, it did, but can it go lower? No. First entry, second entry, that's why it's going up. Now the issue there is that, did it go above there? It did not. See, it did not go to 685. So in short, on Monday, guys, I'll be looking at this zone. Is there a continuation to this particular bull micro? But even though if there's a continuation to this bull micro, I would wanna break this angle though. You wanna break this angle and stay above here in order for you to go higher, to even reach its near high at around 750. That is for this particular market. And of course, although it's holding around here at this moving average, but let's see what happens on Monday if this can continue this particular area. So you'll be taking a look at 685 and 662. That is for my market review this week, and I hope you find this interesting, or you find that you can learn something from this particular video. So thank you very much for taking your time and taking a look at my videos. Take care, and see you guys next week for another market update. Thank you and take care.